Welcome back to the final day of the Lacrosse Australia Under-18 Boys Championship. We are here at Preston Point Reserve, home of the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club, and we're going to watch this third place game between Western Australia and Victoria A. My name's Pete Greenholsch. I'm joined by Shandell Oliver. Another beautiful day, Shandell.
Yes, stunning day here at East Fremantle, and kicking off with a 3v4 placement game. Should be a good one. Home team playing in it with WA, so hopefully he's getting the crowd down here early for a big day of action.
Yeah, not quite where the WA boys would have liked to have been, but as we've mentioned this tournament, they are a young team and they are exciting, and I would look to see them playing for a bit of pride and beating the Vic A team. But the Vic A team were great yesterday. Geez, we had BTB passes to BTB shots that didn't quite come off, and Fabian Hall was great, wasn't he?
Yeah, so good. To be fair, the Halls family had a great day yesterday. I'm just looking now on World Lacrosse and the ALN. If you haven't seen, Fabian was fantastic, but his sister Emmy in the women's game did a crease dive that's now gone viral.
That was unreal too, watching that live. Geez, we were up and about for that one.
Yeah, we were. And that's also, you can see that live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network socials and also now on World Lacrosse. So
There you go.
great for our athletes to be getting a bit of international coverage. But this game is also going to get some international coverage here on the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Absolutely, and you'd be looking to see the goalies both playing a big part of this game. Deus Assad, he's been good for Vic A.
Yep.
And Nathan Lance and Ben Mason both had a crack yesterday, and unfortunately couldn't get the job done with their boys. Looks like Nathan Lance is going to start in the cage today, so expect a big game from both those players. Heading out to the face-off, Tyson Gill, he was also pretty good yesterday. Took a lot of face-offs. He'll be going up against Xavier Zemenchev. Zemenchev also doing his role pretty well. So just as we are about to get underway, we've got a lot of good games to go. This is grand final day, so stay tuned for all the big matches for this week to wrap things up here at Preston Point Reserve as the two players go at it. Zemenchev gets it out to himself in front, picks up the ground ball. Vic A will get the first offensive set. Has Hull over to the other side. He's being marked really closely, which you'd expect, by Jet Hall. Jet Hall had a great game yesterday as well.
Yeah, good matchup, Hall on Hall. That makes it easy to call, doesn't it?
Bailey Nichols up to Marr. Templeton back to Marr. Marr running in, looking inside for Templeton. Can't quite handle the ball. Templeton now using the pick, goes back inside, rolls high, uses the pick again. Great two-man game. Marr shoots. Great save by Lance. That was a beautiful play by Vic A. W8 closest to the ball when it went out.
He's standing on top of the ball. It's a shot.
A bit of confusion here with the way the referee was pointing.
Yeah, no, WA definitely closest to the ball where it went out. It did come off the keeper. In sixes, that would have been a Victoria A ball, but we're playing field lacrosse today. So definitely a WA ball, and they try and clear through Inge Laidley. He gets hassled really quickly. Ball goes loose. Pressure. Oh, that's a big shove in the back there by O'Day. O'Day on Everall. So Everall just picking himself up as Rowan Glass brings it in. Frencham, he's doesn't have his knee strapped today, so looks like he's feeling really, really good about his body, which is fantastic. McCracken working hard down the bottom left, gets it up to Gill. Everall, Glass. Back to Everall. They really work the short stick defenders. That's not a bad shot by Everall. Goes wide though, backed up by Warren.
Still got 30 on the shot clock.
Warren brings it in. Slowing things down a little bit. Need to find the right matchups, the WA team. McCracken getting some attention early as well. Frencham, he's one to watch for me. He's going to get it across to Gill. Back to Gill from McCracken. Gill takes on the shorty. Great defence. Great. I've seen a lot of great short stick defence here, Shendell, this week.
Yeah, I think Sixers game's certainly helping with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So no communication on the shot clock there. Run out of time. That looks like they didn't even realise, so they'll need to work on that throughout the rest of this game. Ball with Vicky. Deus Assad, the goalie. Vicky have really struggled with their clears this weekend, but this one looks to be one of the more simpler ones for them as Bound gets the ball. Down to Ma. Oh, Ryder Thomas getting that one. Good little run there. It was going to fall short otherwise. Fabian Hall always looks exciting when he's got it. We've got a moving pick there. Unlucky by Fabian Hall just to get that one. He had a shorty on. He was looking to go right inside, but WA now with the ball. Great pressure there by Nichols. Picked up in the end by Inge Laidley. And now WA gets it down. No score at the moment in this game, so bit of a slow start. Both teams having a little bit of possession. 11 minutes to go in this first quarter as McCracken takes the ball down the bottom left. Has Glass at X. Glass with the long. Goes on his left. Gets around, but Deus Assad with a big save. Picked up by McCracken, and he sticks it away for the first goal of the game. Jack McCracken there with a great little pickup. Just bounced his way off Assad after a great save. Good save by Assad there. I really like the way he stood up and took it, but unfortunately he come well off his post. And as he did that, the ball bounced McCracken's way, and McCracken had a big hole to shoot in.
Yeah, I think first save awesome. It's just getting that, just resetting the second time around. Hard for a keeper.
So here we go. Gill, he wins this one. Out to himself. Great pressure by Zemenchev. Unfortunately, kicks it out of bounds on the way out. But good pressure. WA with the ball now. Everall down to Warren. Glass at the back. McCracken under a lot of pressure again. They don't really want him with the ball, but he gets it in the end. Drives around the right-hand side. Rolls back inside. Gets in. Great save by Assad again. Assad just getting himself in the right spots this morning. Doing a great job. Zemenchev, he's done a bit of clearing the ball down, but held up pretty well by Warren. Manonian. Butler. Butler just slowing things down as we get the right personnel on. Templeton with the ball now. Kendall. Back to Templeton. Butler again. Hall, he's getting marked really closely. Butler just runs around the D, comes inside. Good save by Nathan Lance. Both goalies doing their bit this morning as Jet Hall gets the ball down. Warren. WA just slowing things down again. 1-0 so far. It's the one goal coming from Jack McCracken. So don't mind this play. The both offense trying to just get things settled, but the defensive efforts really good.
Yeah, they're definitely dialed in this morning. It's good to see.
To be fair, these two teams have played a lot of defence. That's unfortunately why they're in the position they're in, 3v4. So you would expect that their defensive teams would have learned a lot as Gill has the shot. Goes over the top. Really good. The offense don't mind going through the long poles, but they're also going through the short poles as well as the ball finds its way to Payne. He shoots. Warren, great cut from him. Not a lot Deus Assad could do for that one. The cut from Warren was beautiful, and the really quick hands as well.
Yeah, nice feed inside. Just cut directly, diagonally across the crease towards ball. Had plenty of space to let that one rip.
So Glass finding Warren on that one. And WA go 2-0. We're just waiting for the officials to set. Whistle goes. Both boys go hard at it. Zemenchev this time comes up with possession. Zemenchev just holding things up. I don't think Zemenchev's had enough credit. He's actually had a really good tournament.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Lot of fantastic D and getting the ball down to offense, and he's really held his own in the face-off as well.
Ma with the ball. He's another player who's been great for this Vic A team.
Down to Hull. Hull using the pick well. Ball goes loose though. Thomas tries to get in there. Both teams going hard at it. Jet Hull comes up with the ball.
Wow, and just launches a rocket.
Jet Hull, Fabian Hull. Wrong Hull.
There's 2-1 on it, and they were guarding each other. Well,
Yeah.
Jet Hall was guarding Fabian, which
yeah.
there I can see why you're confused, Pete.
It's been a long weekend.
Lots of names to learn too.
There is. Nichols drives hard, gets his hands free. Another good save by Lance as it's picked up there by Shinsky. He's running down the field, looks high. Pass goes wayward. No, he didn't pass it. He faked me out. Shinsky keeps the ball and runs it down, just settles the play. Good work by Shinsky.
He's a nifty little player, Chinsky. He's from Wanneroo Joondalup Lacrosse Club. Family heavily involved, quite a few siblings. Got his sister over in the college system at the moment,
Oh, unreal.
playing for Emmanuel.
Driven hard by Shinsky. He finds his way through and gets a goal for his trouble as well. Great bit of play from Ashton Shinsky. Ran the ball down from D to offense, hung around, and he just was a bit slippery there. Got through a few players, puts the ball past Assad. Great work by Shinsky.
Yeah, he's a good lefty, Chinsky, but good. He's got two strong hands as well. I think he has played recently in the box system, so I would say that's certainly improved his shooting, hitting a smaller goal.
Yeah, and getting out of trouble in tight spaces too. The box game's really good for that.
Yeah, and that's how you see Hall doing very well at this end of the field as well.
So picked up in the end by Northover, but may have been interfered with. We've got a loose ball. No, we've got a Western Australian ball. Everell across the gill. Slowing things down. Gill just fumbles one, no pressure. Everell. Warren to Everell. Just finding the right matchups. Everell likes this one. Gets it across to McCracken. McCracken steps in, gets it right across to... Oh, I missed it. Who was that?
21.
That was EJ Payne. And wasn't that a funny bounce? It looked like it was a worm burner.
Yep.
And then right at the last minute, just pops over Assad's shoulder. So, bit of a tough one to read, that.
Yeah, no, nice goal. It was an outside shot, but
Yep.
just a change of level and then just getting it past Assad.
And that's what we were saying yesterday. If you're going to shoot from that distance, you need to use the turf. It's hard to
Yeah.
read. It does bounce low sometimes. Sometimes it bounces high, so the goalie's got to stay on their toes. That one using the turf very well. Cliff picks the ball up after a face-off effort. And just keeping it in there was Barneveld Lab. No, Spittle, sorry.
Ball still on the ground to be won. Now it's flicked up high. People looking everywhere for it.
Oh, Cliff tries to flick it back in. Comes off WA. Great work there. That was lucky by Cliff just to flick it back inside.
Yeah, and then hit the defender when
Yeah.
it went out. So then it's a Yeah, it's a Vic A ball.
So Nichols will start with it. Timeout, Vic.
There's
Oh,
a penalty. 18 for a slash, WA.
So Riga Livic will take a 1 minute penalty for a slash as Victoria A call a timeout here. At 4-0, good opportunity for Vic A to draw up a man-up play. Just speak to the lads, get the right personnel on and go hard at the goal to try and stop this flow of WA goals. So what do you see here, Shendell? How have you found the game so far?
Look, I think WA obviously certainly in control. I think Vic A seem a little bit rushed in their offense. They just need to settle in. They've had a little bit of possession, like they've had good amounts of possession. They seem to get a little bit frantic, little unforced error, and maybe that's where the panic comes in, and then they just want to send a quick shot. So I think if they just take a little bit more time, stay composed, they'll start sticking numbers on the board.
Yeah, that's a really good observation there, Shendell. WA have done exactly that. They've taken their time in attack and found the right matchups, made the right shots, and the shots they've missed, they've backed up too. So good all-round effort by WA so far as they look to stop this Victoria A power play.
Don't know what happened in that huddle with the defense from WA. They're all just cracking up, like properly belly laughing. I'm like, you're in the middle of a final, boys. But at least they're enjoying themselves. So someone must.
Yeah.
Jay's in there too, so maybe he made a joke.
Yeah. And you don't mind seeing that. This is still junior lacrosse at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And if you're not having fun, I don't know why you play. Great look by Hall, down to Nichols. Great work by Victoria A. That possibly wasn't what was drawn up, but you know what? If it's there and it works, take it. Great look by Hall to Nichols.
Yeah, very nice cross crease feed there, catching Lance off guard. And just in that bottom corner, Nichols able to stick it with heaps of space.
Just watching that on the replay, Hall's hands are so fast.
Yep.
Like he saw that and made a decision within milliseconds. Very hard for a defensive unit to stop that.
Yeah, I was listening to the defensive coach in WA earlier, and I think they were trying to lock Hall off.
Yep.
And that's the reason why you have to.
Yeah. So great work by Vic A to get one back. Picked up by Ma. And this is what we were saying. Let's just slow things down, get the right personnel on. Still 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter, so plenty of time.
And WA still got the man in the penalty box, so power play still on for Victoria A. So they could run the same move again. They may not. They've got a man on the crease.
Got a guy sneaking X, not quite. Oh, yeah, Bailey Nichols has tried to return the favour, but that pass not quite as good as Hall's. Hall was a fair way off the goal there, so probably not the pass I'd be looking for. Brought in by Gill. Good runner, Gill, so a safe stick to have the ball in.
Yeah, he's been very consistent.
Getting it down to Everall.
Penalty has been released now for Western Australia as well, so they're back to a 6-on-6 set down in the offense for Western Australia.
McCracken gets it down low to Warren at X. He's getting hassled by Seeger. Just gives himself a bit of space, gets his hands free to pass it to Glass, to pass it to Gill. Gill now takes on the shorty, not on, gets it low to McCracken. Warren at X. Oh, sneaks inside. He's already got one. Can he get another one? Finds Glass at the top. He's got space. He shoots well down low. A lot of the shots going high today, but that one going low, and that's a really good shot by Rowan Glass.
Yeah, nice feed to look up to the top of the fan or the women's fan there, and just plenty of space for Glass there to just step down and put that shot low past the foot of Assad.
It was a great look by Warren. There was a lot of sticks to throw through, so it was a dangerous pass. But in this instance, there's no reward without risk, Shendell.
Yeah, absolutely. And both Glass and Warren now have a goal and an assist for this game. We're only early in the first quarter.
So the boys go at it again. Zemenchev comes up with that ball in his stick. He will look to get a pass and take his spot on the bench and allow an offensive player to come on. Templeton getting the ball across the field and down low to Spittle. Spittle to Nichols.
You can
Nichols getting pushed hard. He tries to roll around inside. Ends on his left. Has Marr, but finds Templeton. He looks up to find Kendall. Kendall shoots. Just gets a trail check. Comes out the back, the top of his stick, and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that was a really good decision. Just to he looked inside. He saw there was not enough space to get a good shot off and wasn't able to free his hands. Just pulled the ball out, passed it on one more.
Spittle takes his player on. Nice little swim move there. Still getting pushed. Wearing the pressure well, Spittle. Gets it down to Hull. He won't mind sneaking this bottom corner. Has Spittle in the crease.
Oh!
Great pickup by Nichols. Wasn't intended for him, but Nathan Lance getting the save. A lot of pressure now on Everall as Marr starts swinging his stick. But the WA guys, Warren gets to settle the play now at the top. And great clear by Everall. That was really good under a lot of pressure. Tregurtha. Frencham to Gill. Gill has the shot. Good save by Assad. Had to work hard for that one and did it well. Seeger picks the ball up. He's under a lot of pressure. Can't hold on to it. Turnover, WA ball.
Quick start
Glass
now.
gets it inside. Finds Warren. He could look up to plenty of other players at the top. Gill, he is at the top. He just had that great shot. He gets it down low to McCracken. No, that's not McCracken. McCracken's in the crease. He gets a great cut and a feed. Shot doesn't go away. Sorry, that's Tregurtha there on the bottom left.
Yeah, Tregurtha, a young player out of Wembley, coming back off an ACL. So good to see him back in a high-performance team.
Yeah,
Hasn't
great.
played high-performance for some time because of that injury. I was absolutely stoked to make the team. I saw him the day he made the team last year at a private barbecue, and he was beside himself as that.
Frencham! Long bomb from downtown. That goes higher. Will Frencham is very well known for his great shot out from outside. That one, made no mistake of that one. Puts it straight past Deus Assad.
Yeah, lovely shot from Frencham. Such a consistent player. I really like what Frencham's doing. He seems to put the team on his shoulders and carry them a little bit when times are tough.
Yep.
But that one's just really, really nice textbook lacrosse.
Yeah, from about 13 metres as well, so doesn't mind the long shot. So Rick Smithson just having a chat with the Victoria A bench, telling them to maybe keep their opinions to themselves. As these boys go at it again. This time Lay tries to get the ground ball. Ends up getting picked up by Shinsky. Quick shot there. Ends up with Warren shooting and Assad making a save. Picked up by O'Day. Oh, he's just stepped out of bounds. Good pressure by WA on that ride. Shinsky will pick up the ball and bring the ball in. Gets it to Glass. Not long to go now. There's only about 10 or 15 seconds to go on the clock. So they're telling Warren, have a go, mate. He gets all caught up. Great check there. That was Ryder Rosen. He's been good this tournament as well as we get to the quarter time break here in the game between Western Australia versus Victoria A. The 3 versus 4 battle. We have WA 6, Victoria 1.
It's exactly what I have too, Pete. Goal scorers for that quarter. McCracken's got 1, Warren's got 2, Chinsky's got 1, Glass has got 1 goal, 1 assist. Warren's got 1 goal, 1 assist. Frencham's got 1. Nichols has got the 1 for Vic A with an assist from Hall.
So 6 goals for WA and 6 goal scorers. That's a really, you love to see that. I mean, it's great when someone takes the game on and scores a bag early.
Yep.
But to have a good even spread of players scoring is an equally good result for this team. Everyone trying to do their bit. It's really good to see. Zemenchev for me, for Vic A, has been great in the face-off.
Yeah, very good. It's 3 apiece in the face-off,
Yep.
so an even match-up so far, which keeps the game interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think whichever team starts to really get on top of the face-off, you'll certainly see some numbers
Yeah,
running up for them. But I think the unforced errors is what the fall down is right now for Vic A.
the face-off stats one for me that I love to keep a close eye on, Shendell, because I think it does tell the story of how the game goes.
Mm-hmm.
You see it a lot in these high-performance games. Generally, the team that starts with possession out of the middle will go on to make the most of their opportunities. But at 3 apiece, I guess you would say the WA defence is doing their role very well, holding the Vic A team to just 1 goal.
And just to let you know, at 10 a.m. local time, Waikato will be taking on Victoria in the women's 3v4 placement game. So that's in about 40 minutes. So you'll be able to catch that on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We won't have commentary on that game just because we're sitting on this side of the field and we don't have that set up on that side. But you can certainly watch that game and cheer for your favourite players and your team.
Zemanchev and Gill going at it again. Ball doesn't come up in anyone's stick just yet. Still going at the ground ball are both teams. Ends up falling the way of Everall, and WA will win possession from that face-off. So Everall now getting it down to McCracken. McCracken rolls inside. Slide comes, still free. Hands are loose. Ball falls out. And we have a flag on the play. Offside. Offside. That's an early offside and one I didn't see coming, to be honest. So early in the second quarter. I think they mustn't have had the right personnel on from the start, unfortunately, for Victoria. So WA now power play. Frensham gets it to Glass, to Gill, to Warren.
Just referee Ricky,
Yes.
making sure that the shot clock is working so that you can't see it ticking down on the far side. So they're just adjusting the shot clock so they've held time.
So we're back on. Warren to McCracken. McCracken to Shinsky.
Referee Ricky, a great referee who was at the World Championships in Korea last year.
He has a lot of experience, Rick. And Glass moves it across to Frensham. The shot saved by Assad. Well read by Deus Assad there. Looking across for a play. He finds Rosen. Rosen under a lot of pressure. Oh, gets it back to Assad. He almost knocked it into his cage. Across to O'Day. O'Day now has McCracken to beat. McCracken likes to have a bit of a swing, but it was all stick. But great work by Vic A to get the ball down to their offence. Nichols, long pass across to Ryder Thomas. Just stays in. No, it's just rolled out.
Like literally, it was snail pace rolling out of bounds there. I could just see it in front of the Vic box. But snail pace rolling.
So those unforced errors that we've been calling for Vic A, just again letting him down there. As Warren takes the ball to X. Gill now. Looking inside. Nothing happening. Finds Frensham up high. Frensham over to McCracken, back to Frensham. Frensham has a shorty. He's going to take him. Goes onto his left. Hands free. The pass inside is picked off by Butler. Butler now running down. Bit of a transition play. Has Spittle in the middle. Nichols. He's gone the long pass again. And unfortunately, Nichols has thrown that ball well out of bounds. And all that hard work by Vic A.
Yeah, they were trying to hit Hall on the left side.
Yep.
And obviously, he's a dominant lefty, so you want to get the ball there, but they just need to be a bit cleaner on those feeds, across crease feeds.
The Vic A defence a bit frustrated. I heard a call, what are you doing? Really wanting some rest and respite from defence. McCracken runs the ball down. He might have copped one a little bit high. He's come off a little bit gingerly. Glass now at the bottom, down to...
Warren's got the ball now at the top, looking to go. Top side, nothing on. One more at the top, gives it to Frensham.
Great defence there. I don't mind Rosen putting that under a lot of pressure, but well backed up by WA. Tregurtha picks the ball up. He'll bring the ball in. Not a lot to throw at. Has Glass on the other side. Tries to drive around on the left. Has Glass still in the middle. Great look to Payne. Payne has just missed that one.
Sard got a piece of that.
And Vic A closest to the ball. When it went out, they will get possession. Great look there by Tregurtha to find Payne. Unlucky Payne couldn't put that one away. It was a nice little backdoor cut by Payne. Ball goes across. Picked up by O'Day. Warren pushing hard, but O'Day getting the ball down. Another unforced error, but picked up by Fabian Hall. Templeton just slowing things down. Thomas. Ma. Just looking at what's happening. Has Kendall on his left just come on. Templeton. And Kendall. Kendall has a shorty. Gives it off to Thomas.
So they've used about half of their shot clock possession now, down to 40.
Thomas tries to throw it back inside to Ma. Ball goes loose. Picked up by Frensham. Frensham has got nothing in front of him. He could run all the way. Keep going, Frenchie. He's slowed down. They're going to slow things up. No, they're not. Long pass. Can't be picked up by Shinsky. And Vic A will get another shot.
I love that you've nicknamed French and Frenchie now.
Yeah, I think they were calling him Frenchie in Korea.
Ah, okay. I feel like if he gets a goal, we've got to give it a bit of wee-wee.
Wee. Great shot there by Templeton. Just found himself with no one on him. Great feed coming from the midfield. Long feed. Templeton puts that one past Lance. And Vic A get one back. 6-2 in favour of the WA team. It does get a bit confusing, though, because WA have already got a Frenchie, don't they?
They do.
Shindell?
Very well. Actually, was sending me photos. That Frenchie's on holidays at the moment. He was sending me some photos last night.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm sure he's watching now. He's the WA men's
I was
field
going to
coach.
say, yeah, that's just been announced, right?
Yep. So Frenchie, you will see him in June in Adelaide at Sturt at the Senior Field Nationals.
Great coach. Also was a Major League Sixes coach as well. So very well experienced.
Yeah, definitely a character of the game. And we also use him a little bit on ALN. So that's why I know he's on holidays, because I'd asked if he wanted to sit down with us a couple of times this weekend.
Well, enjoy your holiday, Frenchie, from all of us here at the Australian Lacrosse Network.
I'm just getting my phone ready because I'm no doubt I'll get a message any minute now. Unless he's doing an Easter hunt with his kids.
Bound with the ball. Gets it across to Thomas. Ma has a shorty. Gives it to Bound. Bound gets through 1 and 2. He sticks one down low. Great work there by Toby Bound to put that one past Lance. He at one point had to check the ball was still in his stick. He was under that much pressure, but it was, and he got it past the WA keeper. So 1 goal to Toby Bound. 6-3 now to 6-3 in favour of Western Australia, but Victoria A getting the only goals for this quarter.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum for Vic A in this quarter.
So Aston Cliff now will look to continue that momentum. He's up against Lay, 1v1. I know Tony likes to see those numerical matchups.
Yeah, it's a weird thing here. I don't know.
That flag height was sensational. That has to be Rick Smithson throwing that one. But now the Vic A team could just use all 60 seconds if they need. Ma, he takes his player on, has the shot. Good save there by Lance. It stayed in. It stayed in. No, it hasn't. It hasn't stayed in. Rick Smithson is saying 1 minute for a cross check on number 13, Jet Hall. So Victoria A with a power play opportunity now. Hall with the ball. Bound. Spittle, Ma, Nichols, back to Ma, back to Spittle, back to Bound, back to Hall, back to Bound.
A nice ball movement here by the Vicks.
Nichols shoots, hits his opponent, and I think he felt that one for sure.
You could see the flinch in the defender.
But WA pick up the ground ball, gets it over to number 1, Riley Lay. Oh, that's around the neck, that one by Nichols. And the flag goes high again. That is Rick Smithson just asserting his authority on the flag toss.
Yeah, no, interesting. That was right in front of us, which was as making its way down to the offence for WA, sorry. And the lead referee didn't actually call that one a penalty. So interesting. Glad to see that the trail referee picked it up, but it was certainly around the neck and it was clear in front of us that that's what it was.
Just a hold is what's been called though, Shendell. So Frensham will bring the ball in for WA. And we're even now because of the WA penalty. Ball goes loose. Great pickup there by Zemenchev. Zemenchev trying to get his way down, keeps it in. Oh, the Victorian coach is not happy with that one. They thought that Zemenchev had done enough to keep it in.
To be fair, so did I.
But
and the stat man from WA also is having a giggle and agreeing.
Nonetheless, we play by whatever the umpire says, and WA have possession, so good pressure on the ride.
Yeah, as I said yesterday, not our job to critique the refs. That's their job to critique the game.
No, but we can say what we see. I think you've followed up with Shendell. So the WA team have called a timeout here. Probably a great idea to call that timeout, Shendell. Vic A have scored all the goals this quarter.
Yep.
Vic A now, with a bit of possession, can try and get a couple back. 6-3, so still a handy margin for WA.
Yeah, I think they're probably just trying to slow down that momentum, and Arfic just wanting to draw something up for the offence.
That sun has got a lot of bite to it. I didn't think it was going to be real hot today, but the sun out with a vengeance.
Yeah, Easter Sunday.
Yeah, beautiful. Happy Easter to everyone.
Absolutely. I hope if the Easter Bunny has come to you, if you are a believer in Easter. If you're not, you probably wouldn't be celebrating the holiday, I suppose.
But enjoying the day off nonetheless. WA ready to go. Coach is saying, let's go, boys. Hop to it.
Hop to it indeed, Pete. On cue with the Easter jokes.
Let's see how many of those we can pull out today.
I know, I'm just starting to think about them now. I might start writing a bit of content down or do a bit of chat GPT, get some good one-liners. I do actually want to start throwing in a few Dennis Cometti tributes as well.
Oh, yeah?
I did that during box. Like I run Cork in the Ocean and a few others just to snuck up on him like a librarian. See if I can get that one in.
So let's see what WA have drawn up here. Everall over to Frensham, has Glass. Back to Frensham. Everall. Frensham. Glass. Bit of a rotation there. Tom Warren, no, comes back to Everall.
Seem to be quite stagnant, this offensive set. Not sure if they're just taking their time, but there you go. There's one popping out now off that crease.
Yeah, Frensham not being able to hold on to that one, but ends up with the ground ball. Warren. Back to Frensham. Frensham, they're opening up this side for him. Frensham is driving hard. Gets free. Oh, that's not a bad shot. We had a great angle of that shot. He didn't miss by a lot, Shendell, just a couple of inches.
Yeah, it was actually, if he'd stuck it, it would have been a nice highlight, but just not to be on this occasion as he looks to go one more.
Great work by Shinsky just to come round that left side. He's got a shot away, but it goes behind and Frensham backs it up. Frensham with a shorty, gets it off to Shinsky. Oh, the ball goes loose. Can't be picked up there by Warren.
Yeah, nice ground ball there from Hewitt, the long pole. Just
Great Great pressure by WA there.
Yeah, and a shame for that effort on the ground ball. Picking up, ground balls can be tough at times, but to do it with a long pole, be in control like that, good for a young player.
Everall down low to McCracken. Great to hear the players relaying the call of the coach. Good communication. Glass gets it high to Frencham. Frencham goes right this time. Hands are free, looks inside. Pass is knocked down. Picked up by Zemanchev. Big bump there. Zemanchev still riding it out. Looks up.
Oh,
He
the
finds
referee's gone
Benonian.
down on the bench as well. I don't know what happened to him, but I just saw the referee rolling. Oh, hope the camera didn't pick that one up. It was the lead referee on the bench side.
Ma takes his player on, gets the shot off. Lance, a big save. Great work by Nathan Lance there. He'll be happy to get that one. Lance looks up. He's looking for a player. Has Glass straight off the bench. Finds him well. That's a beautiful pass. Glass couldn't quite handle it, but ends up with the ball in his stick. He looks down now, finds Warren. Warren told to go to X and does so. Rosen marking him very closely.
Yeah, also they're trying to cut off McCracken at X as well.
Warren still holding that ball and wearing the pressure well. Gets it high to Glass. Glass now has a long pole to go through. Looks down. He does find McCracken. McCracken gets high. Looks up, finds Frencham. It's just gone on the wrong side of Frencham and the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, skill error there for WA.
Rosen just moseying over to get the ball. He's done a lot of work this week, so probably is looking forward to the end of the game. He gets it across to Deus Assad with that awesome clear goalie head. That's awesome, that head.
And a nice outlet there across the field there to O'Day.
O'Day, he tries to get it down to Butler. One bounce, Butler catches it, shoots, not good enough. Doesn't beat Lance. He watches it all the way into his stick, but throws it away to that man O'Day. Now the ball's loose in the middle. Great ground ball by Frencham. He keeps moving forwards. A lot of pressure. That is right across the head. That will be a 1 minute penalty for Aston Cliff.
And just important to note, we've only had 2 goals scored in this quarter, both by Vic A.
Yeah, a lot of WA really needing to get one back. They'll get a 1 minute opportunity shortly as Warren takes a player on. Thought he got his hands free. He has Frencham all by himself there.
It's also got Will Tregurtha, was just sitting on the crease naked and then just caught one in the back. I don't know if that was seen. Doesn't look like it.
Frencham spraying that one wide. And as we expected, Aston Cliff getting called for a cross check. So he will sit in the sin bin for 1 minute. And WA now really need to make the most of this power play, Shendell.
Sure do. It's been a while between scoring for them. Like I said, yet to score this quarter. Can just see Mason doing a bit of a warm-up here on WA bench. So maybe they're doing a switch at halftime. Got some nice pink shoes on.
Yeah. You do notice the shoes, don't you,
You do,
Shendell?
because they're so different. They just stand out to the uniform. Same with Lee playing for Waikato in the women's team.
So WA going through their motion. Warren at X. Has Gill, skips Gill, goes straight to Glass. Glass steps in, finds McCracken. He shoots. Deus Assad, too good on that occasion. And now he's looking for someone to pass to. He gets it to O'Day. O'Day, another unforced error. Great pressure. Well, that wasn't unforced, actually. That was a caused turnover by WA. That was a well-ridden ball, that one. Glass gets it to Payne. Payne looks inside, has Warren. Warren couldn't quite handle it. He was in the air before he had the ball. Fumbles it, gets it to Assad, and Assad now gets a long pass down to his teammate Manonian.
Yeah, Vic A have done a really good job. They're still in this man down set, but WA yet to score in it. So I think it's just been released.
So good work by Vic A to hold WA to 0 goals off that power play.
Absolutely.
Shinsky getting it down low to Gill. Gill looking inside. Nice fake pass there. Warren at the top. McCracken. Shinsky Glass, Shinsky. Ball moving around. Warren at the top has Gill. Gill now is going to have a crack at his player. Warren just picks that one up off the ground. Finds himself free. Good save by Assad again. Shandell, I know you're keeping stats. How many saves to Assad? 4 saves. 4 saves to Assad. He's been great.
In this quarter, sorry.
In this quarter, yeah, great.
6 in the game, 4 in this quarter. Oh, sorry, 7 in the game, 4 in this quarter.
55 section 3. Can't extend the yard.
Gill. McCracken at the top now. Wants to have a crack at Rosen. Does so. Goes left. Shoots. Great bounce shot. He's used the turf well. And WA get one back through McCracken.
McCracken getting his second of the day.
And that's what we've been saying, Shandell, particularly on Assad. He's been seeing him right into his stick. Using that turf the way McCracken did there, that bounced nicely up into the top corner.
Certainly did. We're back at the face-off now. We've got the two, I think we've got Aston Cliff going head-to-head. I don't know if that's Gill in there or...
Lay. 1v1
That's what I thought
again.
it was number 1. And I was like, normally it's Gill in there though for WA.
Yeah.
I wanted to check.
And Vic A come up with the ball through Cliff. He's got some work to do after that cross-check that he did. Timeout, Vic A. So that'll be their second and last timeout for this half. Not long to go, less than a minute by my clock, Shandell.
Well, you can't take them with you, Pete, so you may as well use them.
Yeah, 100%.
Particularly if you're in the last minute of the quarter and you've got the ball in possession.
So they'll look to win this quarter 3-1, hopefully. They're 2-1 up for this quarter alone. I believe 7-3 is the game score in favour of Western Australia. So Victoria, if they can score in this last minute of play, would have won the quarter. Got to take the small wins where you can.
Yeah, they're also winning the face-off stat as well. So, like we said earlier, face-off controls the game generally, and then they just won that one in that, like I said, the last minute. So an opportunity to draw something up.
And just while we've got a bit of a break in play, if you are in Perth and you are not here at Preston Point Reserve, what are you doing?
Having a lovely Easter with your family, listening, watching the Australian Lacrosse Network. Or you're at church.
Yeah, okay.
'Cause it is
I'm
Easter
here.
Sunday.
I'm here and I'm happy I'm here. I'm watching some awesome lacrosse.
Yeah, this is
Beautiful
my
weather.
church. This is my
There you
church.
go. That being said, there's a lot of big games to come on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We've got the men's and women's grand finals coming up this afternoon.
Yeah, and they are going to be absolute belters. South Australia taking WA on in the women's championship game and Victoria taking on South Australia. So South Australia with the double, and they won the double last year.
Oh. Yeah, they did. And also South Australia A in the girls in the Division 2 final for the girls as well. So they potentially could take out 3 championships today. Never been done.
I'm not sure if that was time.
Have we missed half time? No, I don't think we've missed half time. There was a turnover. Victoria A had about 2 passes.
What's going on here? We're too busy chatting about church and this being our place of worship.
So let me fill you in, Shandell, and those that missed it. Victoria A had about 2 passes after that timeout, after we said they were trying to look to get a 3-1 lead for the quarter alone. And the ball has gone over the halfway line. So that's an over and back after about 2 passes. So Western Australia now have possession. Now they've called the timeout and they'll look to tie this quarter up 2-2 with about 20 seconds remaining in the half. So hopefully WA can execute their instructions better than the Victoria A team did. And they would then go 8-3 into the half.
Yeah, conversation certainly is being directed to the offense in the WA pack there. So let's see what they've got, what tricks Vic Jackson has got in his bag of tricks.
So I think we are looking for an exciting 20 seconds of play to finish this half. We've got McCracken, Glass, Warren, Shinsky, Frencham, and Gill, the usual suspects, Shindell.
Yeah, all of them able to certainly stick a ball on twine.
Shinsky with the ball, getting it down to the left. McCracken over to Glass. Glass at X. He drives hard on the right. Looks inside, nothing happening. Turns on his left. Drives again, still looking inside. Still nothing happening. Great defence by Vic A. Finds Gill. Gill's shot. Oh, that's a very, very close call there. They've given it to McCracken. I thought Deus Assad might have been a bit closer where the ball goes out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It didn't look like WA really had any backup on that. Assad was one that actually stepped out. There was no one below GLE.
McCracken drives hard, but Rosen puts a stop to it. The final whistle of the first half goes, and the game in favour of Western Australia, 7-3. Shandell, what stats have you got for us?
Look, Victoria A certainly dominated the face-off in that quarter. Our keepers, Lance had 3 saves, Assad had 4. And the goal scorers from that quarter, not really any assisted goals. Templeton and Bound, both for Vic A, and McCracken for WA, which puts us at a 7-3 ball game.
Great work as always, Shandell. We're going to take a short break here at the Preston Point Reserve as these gentlemen get some much needed water. We'll be back to you with second half action right after this short break.
Oh, hi, Jazz.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Preston Point Reserve, home of the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club. We are watching Western Australia take on Victoria A in the 3v4 placement match. WA currently with the advantage, 7 goals to 3 to Victoria. WA with a goalie change now. Ben Mason coming in after Nathan Lance did his job well. Shendell, how do you see this half going?
Look, it's a little bit unpredictable because WA certainly dominated the first quarter and then Vic A had cracked on in the second. So we might be going quarter for quarter. I don't really have too many predictions. I just want a good game of lacrosse.
Absolutely. Lacrosse will be the real winner as a couple of new faces in the face-off there. Go at it. Picked up by Warren. Warren coming through the midfield, Shendell. So WA mixing things up. Rigalievich wants to get the shot off. Gets inside. Gets it off, but a big save by Assad.
And there's a flag on the play as well, so penalty coming.
Rigalievich finding himself with the ball in his long pole. Wanted to go straight to the cage. Did all right too. Made Deus Assad work for that save.
I love watching the WA stat guy when things happen, and I know that he's related to Rigalievich, so I have to giggle at his response to that shot.
So WA will go a man up with that flag.
Bit of cloud cover coming over now, just taking a bit of bite out of the sun, which is probably nice for the players because it was really hot when they started out here this morning at 9.
So just the officials are just getting together just to make sure they got all their I's dotted and their T's crossed.
And in probably about 5-ish minutes, we're going to have the Waikato v Victoria game also live on ALN. So if you want to watch some women's lacrosse this morning or cheer for your friends, family, teammates, or lacrosse in general, that will also be available in about 5 minutes on Australian Lacrosse Network YouTube.
Victoria won't be happy they found themselves in that playoff match. Shendell, they worked hard to try and beat WA for a spot in the grand final yesterday.
Yeah, and look, it was a close game.
Yeah,
so, you know,
it's a fantastic game of lacrosse, really.
Yeah, one of my favourite to call all week, actually, because of the scoreline.
100%.
Ball starts now in WA's offence.
The scoreline being close or that WA got up, Shendell?
I think the fact that the scoreline was close, we've had a couple where that hasn't been that close.
That's true.
And I love a close game of lacrosse. It hurts my heart when you have really big blowouts as well.
Yeah. McCracken having the shot from a long way out. Deus Assad saving it. Ball goes loose, but ends up with WA in their defensive end as Glass just runs through 3 white shirts. No one coming to him. Could have gone all the way in. Gives it back to McCracken, and they're just going to settle the ball down. Yeah. Gill just fumbles it. Can't quite keep it in his stick, but does enough to keep it in bounds.
Yeah, good defensive slide there also on McCracken. Those 2 long poles coming together just to shut him down, which forced that pass.
Tregurtha gets it across to Warren. Warren up to Frencham. Gill now has a shorty, wants to have a crack, gives himself some space, goes on his right, gets it down low to Tregurtha. He looks inside to McCracken, and ball goes loose. Frencham just does enough to keep it in again, so 30 seconds on the shot clock. Frencham now wants to take on Rosen. No one comes to him, and we've talked about his shot already today, and he lets one rip, goes slightly high, but backed up by Tregurtha. Tregurtha drives on his left, gets tangled up. Great defence there. That will be a turnover. Now the ball with nobody. It was with Vic A. Great pressure by WA again on their ride. Sees the ball go off of McCracken's stick into a Vic A possession. And they've allowed Rosen, the long pole, to get the ball.
Yeah, interesting. They can swing it through the keeper, but no problem. It's just being run out of the defence by Vic A.
Manonian with the ball, getting pushed hard by Frencham. Manonian still. Great check by Frencham. Ball's loose on that far side. Picked up by Will Frencham. Great play by that young man. He looks up, finds Tregurtha. He gets it to Warren. Warren just a little fumble, and they'll have to settle it down now. Great work and great pressure by Frencham, Shendell.
Yeah, lovely, lovely effort there.
Glass at X. Ball now with Payne. Payne drives on the left, gets to McCracken. His hands are free, but he passes it up. Warren to Tregurtha. A lot of lefties out there at the moment. Tregurtha gets it over to Warren. Warren getting it over to Frensham, and Frensham now takes his short stick on. Hands are free. He's got space. He shoots and gets it in past the stick side of Assad. Assad thinking the ball was going to go across his body on that occasion, but Frensham just sticking it stick side high and getting it past.
And lovely goal from Frensham. That's his second for the day.
Can't give Frensham that much room. He's got such a great shot, and even on the run then, he had a lot of power.
Yeah, and started with the pick at the top for him to open him up and give him some space to go top side. Just turn the Jets on to move across the top of the women's fan, I would say, that marking on the field, and then release.
So WA starting a lot better this half than they started the previous quarter with one goal. Everall up against Zimanchev.
WA with both face-off possessions for this quarter.
Gill looking inside, gets it low to Glass. Glass looks inside to Riga Livich. It's the young man with the pole down in attack again.
He's enjoying his time down there, isn't he?
And he's had a couple of good opportunities too, just couldn't make the most of it as he goes down in defence. Tregurtha gets a step on his player, throws it high. They've called it a shot, so Glass backing that one up. Glass now, looking around, working out which way he goes. He goes the way of Gill.
There's a flag on the play, so just one off the bench.
I suspect that is on the coaches. They've been very chirpy this week, the Vic A bench, and I think the officials have had enough. As Gill looks to take a player on, takes on a couple in the end, looks inside, finds Chinsky. A great defence, but well held by Chinsky to keep that one in. Payne gets a bad pass and it just trickles out of bounds. So I'm very keen to see what this penalty's for, Shendell. He's going to his pocket.
Yep, he's just pointing to the bench.
Yep. 1 minute. 1-2. $30. So that will be, that's a new rule, conduct they call it. So I think it replaces an unsportsmanlike penalty, which I don't know why they've reduced it to 30 seconds. If you're unsportsmanlike, you probably deserve a minute, right?
Yeah, you probably need to be sitting. And just having some time to think about, and you probably also cool off.
Yeah.
You know, like if you are getting hot-headed and that's coming into the game as a
Great
great save
save
from Assad. If you are, starting to let those emotions run high, maybe a minute is a better amount of time just to sit, to cool down and regather your thoughts and get back in the game.
Assad under a lot of pressure puts his defender Seeger in some trouble. He's good enough to pick it up, but the pass letting everyone down. Templeton picking up the ground ball now. Just need to tidy up these passes again like they did in the second quarter. Templeton doing well to hold on to the ball. Gets it to Bown. Bown has Thomas. Thomas gets it low to Nichols. Nichols rolls back inside, comes around again high. Thomas has his hands free, doesn't let it go. Templeton down to Spittle. Spittle wearing his chrome helmet today. Finds Nichols with a cut. Great save by Ben Mason. His first touch of the ball is a save, and that's a great little bit of play by him. But the Vics did some good work. Spittle to a cutting Nichols. Mason stopping the shot. WA, West Australia doing a great job getting it down to their offence. Their clears have been pretty good today.
Yeah, that was a really quick transition too. But decided to settle, there was no fast break opportunity, but just in control.
Everall to Warren. Gill. No, it is Warren. Everall has a shorty, takes it, beats him. Slide comes, he's still free, Everall. Great bounce shot, just goes wide. Backed up by Gill. Gill gets it to McCracken. He's immediately under pressure and tangled up. Tries to beat his player. Looks across. Finds Glass. Glass can't quite stick it. Good work by McCracken to be able to get that pass away. He was under a lot of pressure, McCracken, and did well to keep his hands on the stick.
Absolutely.
Gill now.
WA just starting their offensive set again. Ball deep in the back corner.
Great cut by Frensham. Found by McCracken. And Frensham sticks it away past the side. Very hard to stop that one. Had the goalkeeper moving. And Frensham makes no mistake of that one.
Yeah, lovely goal by Frensham. Great placement as well.
Great vision for McCracken just to see him coming through. Is moving at a rate of knots, Frensham.
Yeah, so this, interesting that the last quarter went the way of Vic. This quarter certainly seems to be going the way of WA.
So the score now getting out to a 9-3 scoreline. Ball going loose. Lay just can't quite flick it to his player. Ends up in the stick of Shinsky. He throws it down to Gill. Gill just settles things down, gets it to Glass, who immediately throws it back to Gill. He finds Lay. McCracken. Rosen with the task on McCracken, still tied on him. Payne comes in from defence. McCracken. Tregurtha just moving through. Glass driving on that right-hand side. Held up well. Throws it inside. I'm not sure who he's looking for there. Maybe McCracken, but the ball goes loose. No one really picking that ball up. There we go. Ground ball picked up by Seeger. Seeger flicks it down. Nichols picks it up. Lot of yellow for Nichols to get through. Does a good job, Nichols. Hall just telling him, run it down low, mate. Has Spittle at X. Good job by Spittle. Nichols now falls down. Ball's loose.
Penalty on the play.
So Nichols just hobbling off now. Hopefully he's all right. He's had a great tournament. I'd hate to see him end this way. So just an interference call on Glass. So Vic A with a man-up opportunity here.
I would say the ball is going to be working. However this is going to happen, Hall is going to be involved. That's my prediction. Although they've just put Marr on the crease and he seems to do a pretty good job as well.
The Hall, no goals so far. Western Australia doing a good job to keep him to none. Hall, great feed to Spittle, but WA doing a great job. Butler picking the ball up for Vic A.
Jet Hall just giving him a little love tap for his efforts.
Fabian Hall finds Spittle down low. Ball out of bounds. They're having good looks, Vic A. They're just not executing as cleanly as they need to. Riga has one to beat. That's Ryder Thomas. Looks up. Pass goes to his long pole, Hayden Nesbitt. He's under some pressure, but he is able to get it to Gill. And a timeout called Western Australia. So score 9-3, Shendell. They've been able to stretch their lead, WA. Can you see the Vics coming back from this? There's still a quarter and 5 minutes to go.
I feel like this quarter the momentum is actually with WA, but I think just they maybe need to look at a little bit more of a bit of face-off fight and just lift each other that way. But you know, they have had the power play. I think it's just, like I said earlier, look, it's just a development of in a team. It's unforced error stuff, and that can be IQ, that can be skill, and that only comes with time and maturity.
Yeah, Zemenchev hasn't taken too many, I don't think, for Vic A face-offs this quarter. So maybe need to look to get him back into the game. And from WA, I think it's just a case of keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, look, this is their last game as a team for the tournament. I'm sure they want to finish on a high. They want to really enjoy this moment. You know, this team will never play together again. There's always changes. You never get the same team twice. So, yeah, they probably just want to enjoy this last game as a team. And same with Vic A, you know, like they've come over as a development team. They've probably learnt a lot of lessons. They've had some goal deficits. They've been challenged. But I hope they take away, you know, their love, that, you know, increases their love for lacrosse and they've actually learnt something because they're going to be pushing into the Vic side next year.
Just watching these two WA keepers, they really get around each other.
Yeah, they do, don't
Yeah, I saw Lance was helping Mason out, you know, with his stick and some other things. And, you know, they give each other a bit of a bump, you know, come on, mate. And having Jay Bidwell Barton as their coach, I watched him in New Zealand. There were some games where he didn't get any time at all, but he was like the biggest
Hype boy?
supporter. Yeah, like he was amazing, Jay Bidwell Barton, and it was great to see just keeping his spirits up and getting behind the team and knowing you know what his role is on the day. It was fantastic. It was really great mindset to have.
Yeah, Jay is a very lovable character. I mean, how can you not love him? He's got the world's longest mullet, or Australia's longest mullet.
Frencham gets his hands free and shoots. Great shot again. He's been mixing his shots up high and low. This time goes low, bouncing it past the Sard. And again, you just cannot give Will Frencham that much space.
And his third for the quarter.
His third for the quarter?
Yep.
Great work.
So he's had 3 goals. 1 was assisted by McCracken.
Unreal. That's a great effort by a young man. You did say he's one that can take the game on his shoulders. And he's proving you right.
I know. I've actually made a note earlier in the game. MVP, WA number 34.
Oh, you've called it early.
I know. Well, you've got a shotgun here because otherwise you'll try and steal them from me.
Well, normally I've only got half a team to pick from.
I know.
Picked up by Vic A. That is in the stick of Manonian. Playing a bit more offence this game is Manonian. He's been great in D. Getting it down low. Thomas drives hard. Not a lot of movement from Ma there.
Yeah, probably needed to cut through and give space, and that probably would have opened him up inside as well.
Ma back to Thomas.
Look at Templeton
Thomas
on the corner.
looks in. Well held by WA. Thomas now has Kendall at the top.
Really playing wide this Vic A offensive set. That's just a unforced error there, but no problem. They've picked it up.
Butler gives it to Hall. Great vision has Hall, so I'd be moving. You get free, he'll give it to you. Wearing some pressure well, Fabian Hall. Ma down to Templeton. Templeton now tries to get it to Hall, who was cutting through. Picked up by Butler. Ends with Templeton on the bottom corner. Ma had to stretch for that one. Ma takes on Everall. Great double there by Rigalievich. Butler can't hold it. And the shot clock expires. Great defence by Western Australia.
And a quick start now for WA2.
And look at this guy, Rigalievich. He is desperate for a score. Down in the offence as he makes his way back down. Releases Frencham into the offence.
He's probably someone who you want to be carrying the ball, Frencham, at this point.
Absolutely.
Especially on the crease. I'm happy to let Rigalievich carry it down, but I think if you're looking for a shooter right now, Frencham's got a hot stick. He's got 4 in the game, but 3 in this quarter.
Oh, BTB attempt by Tregurtha. Ball picked up. Glass. Tregurtha loses his stick. Glass with the ball. Gets out of trouble and need to settle. Gets it high to Warren. Warren wants to go left, goes right, shoots. Easy save for Assad. And he just looks up now to try and find a defender to pass to. He finds Northover. Northover looking up. Long pass, finds Butler. Butler gets it to Nichols. Finds Hall. Down to Spittle. Great goal! That is
Tack-toe.
unbelievable play by Victoria A. That is their best clear of the whole tournament. Every player got a touch, Shendell, and True Spittle, end of the line, puts it past Mason. That was fantastic ball movement.
Yeah, that, like I said, tic-tac-toe. Just moved the keeper side to side to side. And, Hall could have released, but he gave it that one more to Spittle. Very unselfish play by Vic.
Smart. Very smart. Fabian Hall doing great. Everyone playing their role in that transition goal. That was exciting to see. Back to the face-off, though, as Everall goes up against Cliff. Everall wins this one. So I wonder where Zemenchev is. Haven't really seen him. I hope he's not injured. But really need him in the face-off again.
Yeah, definitely makes a difference.
McCracken up to Frensham. Back to McCracken. Down to Warren. High to McCracken. Just holding onto the ball a bit, the U18. Down to Chinsky. Chinsky drives hard. Oh, the slide never came and he just walks inside and puts it past Assad. Great shot by Chinsky. He was looking to drive and draw the defender, but the defender never came, so he just took it on and put it straight past the keeper.
Yeah, he certainly had his head up looking for that one more, but no need. Had the opportunity, saw it, went for it.
If I'm the defender on Frensham, I'm questioning whether I slide as well. He's been on fire and he didn't want to leave him, so you wonder what his instruction might have been to stay on him or not, but end result is Chinsky with a great goal. Picked up by Vic A. Nichols now gets an opportunity to settle the play. He gets it across to Cliff. Cliff's looking for a pass. He's running it down. Does find himself open and shoots. Ball's out the back of the net. So inadvertent whistle there. I think the official thought the ball had gone in, but it was actually out the back. So just slowing things down. Helped out Victoria A. Allowed them to get back down to defence. And WA now just settling it down. Everall, Gill, Glass.
WA certainly with a lot of possession in this quarter.
Just taking their time too, like we said early. Just settling it down. You get everyone a touch. You've got 80 seconds with the ball. Work out your matchups. Everall likes this one. Turns around, gives it to Payne. Payne looks down to Jagurtha. Jagurtha just looking across the back. Bit of dancing there by Tom Warren. Gets it up to Gill. Now finds Glass with his hands free. Big shot. They're really looking to that bounce shot to score some goals, which I'm very happy to see. And backed up. Warren gets it across to Jagurtha. There's a cut there by Everall. Found him, and that is a good goal by WA. Good vision by Jagurtha, and great work to put it where he needed to so that Everall could stick that one away.
Yeah, nice. Just sitting on that bottom left corner, you want to be feeding from there if you've got a bunch of righties and just done it. Just executed it with absolute conviction.
I used to love that as a lefty attacker, just sitting there with the ball, just waiting and watching for all the cutters to come to me, and loved getting assists.
Yeah, me too. I'm a feeder. That's my role in
I love
offense.
scoring goals, but I love getting assists as well.
I think lacrosse just looks great.
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah.
But also, I love a good outside shot.
There's so many things to love about this game, and that's why we do love it. As here he is, our man Zemenchev comes on and has an immediate impact on that on that play. Gets the ball for no.
WA's going to get that possession.
No, I thought Zemenchev was going to get the ball, but there we go. That's the end of the third quarter. It snuck up on us. Western Australia 12, Victoria A4, and some of the spectators here not really that happy with some of the calls, but the officials are doing a great job, Shendell. I think, they've got a tough gig.
Very tough gig. I think it's very much a psychological game as it is a physical game for the refs. And they've got some great coaches here as well this week. We never, they put a lot of time in as volunteers. We can't have the game without them.
Yeah, just on the volunteers, the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club are doing a great job hosting this tournament.
Yeah, it's been a carnival. We've got coffee van every day. We've had ice cream trucks. We've got amazing food coming out of the canteen, pop-up stalls, beautiful view of the Swan River. It's been a great championship.
Yes, and on pop-up stalls, lacrossegear.com.au do a great job supporting lacrosse in Australia. I know they sponsor a lot of clubs, and Scott Nichols down there, he'll help you out if you need some lacrosse gear.
And actually, I can see a man walking towards me now. I call him the stick doctor, Terry, and he sells a lot of stuff on Perth Lacrosse Gear, buy, sell, swap, and he's got about 15 sticks as he's walking around now. And what he does, he just baits you. He goes, just try this one. So he gives you a little test of the stick, and then you got to play with it, and you get a feel for it. Oh, yeah, okay. It's a great sales strategy, I tell you. Just gives you a little... lets you dabble, and like I said, he's just walking around now with gear. If you do want to buy a stick, he's got some really great gates.
What's his surname?
Farrell?
Yeah, you see him on all the buy, swap, sell sites.
Yeah, gets a lot of stuff off Sideline Swap.
Yeah,
brings it over. He's got a supplier over there.
A lot of people in South Australia also get stuff from Terry. So if you're Australia-wide, he'll look after you as well. I think, he's obviously helping out Scott's business.
Yeah, I call him the stick doctor.
Yeah.
Because any time a stick, like if I have something, one of my strings breaks, whatever, I'm like, or someone in my team, just go see Terry the stick doctor, and he'll gets out his big medical kit. It's like this big stick full of strings, and fixes it.
Fourth quarter here at the game between WA Victoria A. Western Australia winning first possession, but immediately throwing it away. Picked up O'Day with a ground ball get. He throws it away. Now WA getting another opportunity. Ball is loose. No one really wants it. Picked up in the end by Nichols. No, he drops it as well. Nesbitt now with the ball. This is a tough game. It has been pretty tough all day. Everyone wants that ball. Ending up in the stick of Everall. He's safe, and we've got a player injured there. That's Sam O'Day. I think they've stopped the game for him, so he's going to have to leave the field. He got up gingerly. I feel like it might be a shoulder.
Yeah, or possibly ribs, or maybe winded. He's
So, no, we wish him all the best. He's been great, O'Day, all week. So, WA with the ball. It's going to start with Jack McCracken over on that far side. The usual suspects all on the field. Everall, Frencham, Warren, Glass. Payne in the crease. Everall comes off to bring on Tregurtha. He's been good down on that bottom left, the young fella. Here we go. He's going to take on his short stick. Looks inside. I love the way they wear that first bump, and straight away they're looking inside. It's really a great skill to have. McCracken looks up to Frencham. Frencham lets it go, and Glass will back it up. 33 seconds on the shot clock for this first real possession of the final quarter. Plenty of time. A lot can happen in 30 seconds. Oh, he's tried to hold that one back and just thrown it. It's gone to Assad, and Assad now looking up. He's given it to Rosen. Rosen, he skips one and gives it to Seeger. Seeger can't keep it in.
just chirping the WA bench.
Yeah, do you know what I like about that? Jay Bidwell Barton told him, oi,
Pull your heads in.
pull your heads in, and I do like that.
Keep cutting. EJ, keep cutting.
Because, yeah, no one likes to have that reputation. Tregurtha now taking his player on. Ball's loose. Great defence by Carney. Carney under a lot of pressure. Tregurtha not letting him up. Ball's loose. Picked up by Glass. Oh, good crash by the Victorian defence. Manonian wants to keep going. But McCracken ending up with the ball. Ooh. That's going to be an interference call. Unintentional. But it is one of those quirky ones where you have to call it.
I know, and I reacted as well with my little oof sound.
McCracken gets it to Frensham. Has Payne now. Payne can have a go. Got the shorty. Goes back onto his left. Falls on his... Oh, that's going to be another foul.
It's a late.
You cannot hit the man on his knees. Turnover. We'll see a stop to the game.
The referee sounds like he's losing his voice. He's had a big week here calling games.
So there will be the interference call on the accidental trip. Then there'll be one for hitting the guy while he's on the ground. You cannot do that. Rosen, 1 for a slash. So that is a trip call. I believe a trip's a major foul. 2-7 with a push. So 3 penalties. Rosen's going to sit for a minute and a half. And not Tregertha, that was Zemenchev, will get a push call.
So it's a 6-on-4 power play opportunity for WA. The key here is just to swing the ball, make it move fast and find the open man. And again, I wouldn't be playing someone right behind at X, but that's just maybe a me thing.
Yeah, I don't mind playing at X, but you've got to play high. Like you're not a low X player.
Yeah, you got to play at GLE.
Yeah. You got to work your butt off to get left and right, but yeah. Finds a player in the crease.
Yeah.
Tom Warren. It is backed up by WA.
Yeah, they'd removed that guy off, so he came off goal line, extended Warren, and actually popped inside, took that shot. They were able to back up, so no issue there.
Warren staying in the crease now. Up to Glass, Frensham. Back to Glass. I like this. They've put 2 in the crease now.
1 penalty has been released.
Glass. Oh, good knockdown there by O'Day. He's back on the field, so good to see. He sorted things out, and McCracken just picks the ball up and lets it rip straight past the ankles of Deus Assad. And a little bit unexpected maybe, but great way to finish that play.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming, and that's probably why the keeper Assad didn't either. But that is his 3rd goal today, McCracken, and 1 assist, so he's got 4 points for the game.
Yeah, the WA boys really doing well. Frensham, McCracken, Shinsky's got a couple too, so then a lot of singles after that. Everall up against Zemenchev. Here he is back in the face off Zemenchev. Has the immediate impact. Picks up that, almost picks up the ground ball. Not getting much support from his wingers, but doing a whole lot himself. Everall picks the ball up. You know what? Everall for me is my MVP. He's had a great game, Everall. Not so much on the scoreboard. He's got the 1.
Done the little percenters though, 1%.
Yeah, he is. His work rate has been elite.
WA still in a power play.
Warren with the ball, gets it low to Glass. Has a couple in the crease he could pass to. They get it up to Gill. Gill just lets that one go. So that'll chew up some time, and enough time that Victoria can get their extra man on. McCracken had Assad in all sorts of trouble, but puts it wide. Glass now. Over to Chinsky. High to Frensham. Tom Warren. Gill.
Heaps of space on this side, this near bench side as well for WA to get to work.
Chinsky drives. Great take by Tom Warren. Snatched it out of the air. Almost had no right to catch that one, but does enough to put it into the back of the net. The pass by Chinsky just going a little wide. Just looking at the replay now.
He kind of was like a gazelle, wasn't he, when he took that, Warren? Just high in the air.
It was something you'd see in the ballet, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was really quite divine.
Just having a look here, we've got the benefit of a replay. Just a little leap.
Yeah.
Nice little leap, and put that one in. So great work by Tom Warren. Good drive by Chinsky. Good play, good vision. And WA now 14-4. They've really stamped their authority on this game, and I think they're having a bit of fun now, Shendell.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. It's their last game of the tournament, like I said. I just hope that they're enjoying it as a team. I'm just looking at the game on the far side, and I can see that right now Waikato are in offense. I don't actually know the score on that field, though. Let's see if I can find out.
9-1 in favour of Victoria.
Yes, you are correct. And they're in the 6 minutes to go in the second.
So if you do want to watch that game, just go to the Australian Lacrosse Network YouTube page. You'll be able to find it.
And just under 10 minutes, in this final quarter here on Field 1, WA versus Vic A. Coming up next, Pete, we have the women's playoff Vic A girls versus South Australia A.
So that's the Division 2 grand final.
Yeah, the development team. So that's really exciting, and we'll be bringing you that one as well.
Love that Division 2 for the sport. I think it's a great opportunity to get some girls that may not have made their first teams to still experience this amazing atmosphere as McCracken picks that ball up, just doing a little stint through the midfield. Oh, that's a pass to the long pole, Nesbitt. Picked up, though, by Payne, and Payne slides it through. All clear. Assad is saying, what's going on, sir? He wasn't real happy with that, Assad.
Yeah, I look like, though, the long pole could have been lying in his crease. He was very close inside, but a nice ground ball there from Payne to put that one away.
Yeah, I couldn't really see on the replay, but Assad did knock him over.
Yeah.
Did tell him to get out of his space.
Yeah. As you would, that's his crease.
100%. But unfortunately, as he did that, ball was picked up by Payne, and Payne had an open goal to shoot at. WA will take that one as we go back to the face-off. Cliff versus Lay. Flag on the play. Ball still loose. If WA pick this up, they're going to have the ball, and so play on now. Frencham gets it to Nesbitt. He's still down in the offence. Great pass to Payne. Nesbitt gets on the scoreboard. It's not a goal, but it is an assist. He has found Payne. Payne has got his second goal in as many minutes, and WA are all over that one. They're up and about. The penalty on the play. I think that was waved off. It was a 30. And Everall is going to go up against Zemenchev.
WA definitely in control of this game now, 15-4. Probably 8 minutes to go, Pete, if I am...
Yeah, the clock is saying 9.
Okay.
Great work by Nesbitt, though. You just see him. He actually stood there, took his time, scanned the field, and made that pass to Payne as the lads try and pick up the chip like a bunch of seagulls. Everall picks it up. Another ground ball for Everall. He's been great. Chinsky gets it to Lay. Lay is immediately put under pressure. He runs and beats his player. Beats 1, 2. The third one he couldn't beat. Wears one on the top of his arm. Gets a push. If he had fallen over, that would have been a flag, I'm sure. But ends up going down to Gill. Gill takes on Zemenchev. These two have spent a lot of time together this game. Good work by Gill just to get that ball up. The goal scorer, Payne, with 2 this quarter, gets it across to Frencham. Down low, Tregurtha. Tregurtha doing well to wear it. Gets his hands free. He was actually looking for Frencham. Little bit of an interference. Flag goes up. Not sure the flag was necessary. It was loose.
They're calling that one a trip, so 30 seconds for the interference.
Gotcha, yep, okay. The Vic coaches won't be happy with that one, I don't think. But they've already been told off once. I don't think they're going to argue too much more. WA now with another power play. Look for Tom Warren here. Glass. Walks in, no one comes to him. He could have let it rip. Glass gets it across to McCracken, who finds Frencham in the crease. Bang! Just like that, WA score another goal. That was getting a bit easy for WA now. The Vic A defence has spent a lot of time playing. Fatigue must be starting to set in for those lads.
Yeah, and Frencham with a handful now.
Yeah, he's been good. Probably would have liked a few of these goals a bit earlier in the week, but here we are, and he's taken his opportunities when they come. Ball is nobody's at the moment. Cliff almost had it, but my man Everall, once again with the ground ball.
And a penalty on the play as well.
Rigalievich, he's done it. He's done it. He spent a lot of time in attack, and he's finally got that goal. Great cut through by Rigalievich. Gets his pole goal, assisted by number 10, Everall. And weren't his team happy about it, Shandell?
Yeah, they're getting around him. Absolutely. But I love a pole goal. I mean, you got to really back yourself.
He's wanted it. You've seen him down in the offense. He's tried to not come back down to D, and there he is. He's got it. I wonder if he'll go for a hat-trick or something now. Zemenchev in versus Lay. This one will be a hotly contested ball. Zemenchev has been putting a lot of pressure on the WA face-off players. Ball is in play. Zemenchev gets the ball under his stick. He's actually been pushed off the ball and may have got possession, but he flicked it out behind him, and again, not helped out by his wingers. Well kept in by Lay. He's had the ball passed to him while his back was turned, and he's just been able to keep that one in.
But yeah, definitely. They're like, turn around. The coach is absolutely telling him to pay attention. And yeah, tiptoed the line just here.
Lucky at this stage of the game they can have a laugh about it. McCracken shoots, puts one past Assad. He's not getting a lot of support nowadays, Assad, so just need the defence to step up and put a bit more pressure out on these shooters as McCracken scores from distance.
Yeah, McCracken having a great day in attack as well.
We were talking about cool names. We were saying Deus Assad's got a cool name.
Yep.
I really like the name Jack McCracken.
I just think it plays really well into our commentary. Like, he's McCracken on.
He's McCracken on, yeah. He had a crack at that shot.
Yep. McCracken goal.
Yep. Jack McCracken, one of those players that played in South Korea with the under-16s. So, young man's having a great 12 months. And there he is, another ground ball to Everall. It's funny, you might have seen that young fella, Finn, over on the sidelines with a sign cheering on number 7 for the women's team. He's got a sign that says, "Go number 7."
Ah, yes. Okay. Oh, and Glass with a lovely goal from outside.
Another shot out wide with no pressure. The boys really need to be putting pressure on these guys out wide.
Yeah, look, they seem quite defeated, the Victoria defence, and that's probably a really good time to call that timeout. Coaching staff need to lift their spirits. You can see their heads have really dropped, and then that's not supporting them, that not getting around, they're not stepping up, and that's just then seeing balls hit the back of the net. So good timeout there from the Vic coach.
Yeah,
they just need to rally around the boys.
I agree, yeah. I mean, it's all well and good for them to not push out, but you've got a guy that's standing in the net that's having balls peppered at him.
Yeah.
And you've got to protect him. You always got to protect your goalie. It doesn't matter where the game's at, what stage it is.
Yep.
Mate, I wouldn't want to stand in the goal and have balls peppered at me.
Yeah, look, I would much rather be a keeper in box because you've got 15 times more padding on. Field, you're just standing there with a stick and a chest pad and a helmet and hoping to, for your life. If you don't catch it, then it's hitting you. So
So 19-4 in favour of Western Australia at this game. This is the 4v3 playoff match between Western Australia, Victoria A. Coming up later today, though, will be the men's grand final. That'll be between Victoria, who have gone through undefeated. They will play against South Australia. And that's going to be a big game, Shindell. They played first. They played each other for their first games of the tournament, and Victoria took the chocolates there. So, if I think the difference for the game for me will be Liam Filippo. If he is on, it's going to be very hard for the Vics to score a goal.
Yeah, and he was excellent yesterday.
Yep.
Excellent.
So I don't think the results earlier in the week are going to reflect the type of game we're going to see this afternoon.
No, definitely both teams have been building. What I saw the display the last two games of South Australia so there was the pool play game on Friday, and then yesterday the semi-final South Australia played WA, and what they are building is pretty impressive.
So stay tuned, live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We'll be bringing you that game this afternoon, but in the meantime, we've got 6 minutes left of this game between Western Australia, Victoria A. Western Australia, Finn Everall is doing a great job on the wings there, and you know, he's just doing his job and heading off now at this late stage of the game, but he's been fantastic through the midfield.
You certainly put your money on him for the MVP, haven't you?
I have. I'm talking him up. I'm hoping someone hears me and just takes away from Will Frensham, who you've picked early.
Yeah.
Shendell.
I know, I'm just now starting to look at the Vics, the MVP for the Vics.
Tom Warren just holding the ball out. Glass, previous goal scorer, out. They're putting a lot more pressure out on those players now, Shendell, which is great to see.
Yeah, so good reset from the Vic coaches.
Tom Warren tries to keep the ball in front and does a good job there, Tommy Warren. Will Frensham now. Over to Chinsky. Back to Frensham. Frensham now. He's giving him space. Great job by the defender there in Carney to stop that one. More pressure on the shot comes, and there we go. Assad able to get in the right spot, and they've thrown it out the back. So much better way to finish. If they finish this game with this intensity, Vic A, they can walk away happy as Gill brings the ball in. Rosen doing a good job.
That's a shot clock expiry.
So that's much better defence there by Vic A. They've really pushed out on the big shooters from outside, and they're going to have to change their game if Victoria keep up that intensity. Manonian gets it across to Rosen. Rosen has Bound to pass to and uses him. Bound under a bit of pressure. WA pushing out wide also. Bound just holding the ball, taking it down low to X. Turns around, finds Thomas. Thomas gets it to Ma. Ma has Thomas. Nichols being shut off. Thomas now wants to have a go. Goes onto his right. Good switch by the WA defence. Gets his hands free though, Thomas. Bounces it over the cage, backed up by Spittle. So good to see the Vic A get a bit of offensive game time in this final quarter.
Yep, Templeton bringing that ball back into play. Gives it to Ma.
Ma drives across the top. Gets free. Shoots. Just goes wide. So good to see they're getting the shots off too. They're really attacking and having a crack. Bailey Nichols bringing the ball in. He's going to have a go. Likes to roll back inside, Nichols, but looks up, finds Ma. Ma can't quite hold on to it. Ends in Mason's stick. He's looked up and found Tom Warren straight away. He can look up too, does so, and finds Riga. He looks up and finds Chinsky. Chinsky gets his third goal of the game.
I was going to say, are you sure, Pete? But you've got the digital stats. So you are absolutely correct. He's also got a couple of assists, if I am not wrong. How much time we got left on the clock there, Pete?
So just under 3 minutes, Shendell. 2 minutes 51 seconds by my clock.
Yep.
So not too much longer to go. Really want to see Vic A get on the scoreboard this quarter. Had a great second quarter, Vic A, and actually won that quarter, but it's been WA since. Everall now taking a face-off and winning it. If he doesn't get MVP, he's been robbed. No, there's plenty of players that could win the MVP, Shendell, as we always seem to find someone different, and so do the coaches.
Just off topic momentarily. Probably a good time for it because a timeout has been called. I've been talking a little bit the last 2 days about the under-15 East Fremantle Lacrosse Club boys who have gone to play in the Hong Kong Open. They won their game this morning 12-7, so they've had 2 wins away and 1 loss, and they will play Chinese national training squad in the quarter-final at 11:15 this morning. So if you want something else to watch, if you're not watching the Australian Lacrosse Network, 11:15 HKLA YouTube, you can check out the under-15 East Fremantle team playing against Chinese Taipei.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so great, hey?
Again, what a fantastic experience. I saw a photo of those young lads last night, and they looked very smart in their East Freo Blues shirts, and really exciting for them to get that opportunity to go away. And, you know, there's a lot of clubs looking for those opportunities. I know the Burnside State League women's team have headed over to New Zealand to play in their senior national tournaments.
Yeah, they also went to Hawaii late last year. That tournament, if you ever want to go to a touring tournament that's opt-in or pay to play, I would say go to Hawaii. It is the best tournament, and I've been to many.
I would really love to bring a team over here for the Relax Sixers.
Yes, okay, yep. So Pete's talking about WA hosts annually in March a Sixers competition, and that's of all different age groups. So we've got men's, women's, under 18s, under 15s, I believe. And then I'm not sure if we've got much junior comps or maybe an exhibition match. But regardless, that happens every year in March. And it's a great competition down south, just in Busselton, so outside of Margaret River.
Looks like they have a lot of fun at that tournament.
Yeah, it is a really good time. I went down there this year. I wasn't actually going to the tournament, but I couldn't help myself. I popped in. And a great little expedition of lacrosse in the regions.
Great work by Assad to get that ball off to Manoni, and he's looked up and found his teammate Zemenchev. Zemenchev had a great tournament as well. Ball is back to Manonian, but picked up by Zemenchev. I think he was looking to take a Weller and Zemenchev, but just does enough to get the ball over to Templeton. So not long to go, 1 minute 30 to go in this game. Kendall now with the ball, gets it to Thomas, down to Hull. Hull would love to get one final goal this game, I'm sure. Finds Templeton, Kendall. Kendall under a bit of pressure, but picked up by Frensham. Frensham looks down to Glass. Glass is going to go straight away. Glass is going to have a big shot. It goes wide and backed up by Tregurtha. So another good transition by WA. Unfortunately didn't score this time, but Tregurtha backing it up.
Tregurtha just holding the ball, looking for an option now. Got a pick off for him. There's Frensham on cue.
Tregurtha looks inside, finds Gill, and Gill sticks it away. Tregurtha, great vision and great feeding skills by that young fella. Good work by Gill. He was under a bit of pressure, but he caught the ball and found the back of the net. So WA break into the 20s. Haven't seen too many games go into the 20s, Shendell. Just that WA breaking in there. Yeah, one thing you want these Vic A boys to understand, and if they watch this back, I hope they hear, they have been great this tournament.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This scoreline doesn't reflect the tournament they've had. They've got some fantastic players, and as they develop and get older and more mature and a bit wiser on the field, there's some really exciting players to watch in this team.
And this experience, wow, that's a pole goal.
Nesbitt this time.
Just back to that the experience I think they're going to get, they might not be feeling it right now, but it's going to help them tenfold in their career because they're already playing high performance at a younger age than other players.
That's right.
And that I do love a pole goal. And that was like a feed pole goal.
That was really good. That was a good goal. No, if any parents are watching, I have heard among some parents that, why would I send my kid to a tournament that they're going to get beat? It actually is a really great experience. They develop new friendships with kids from other clubs. There's so many positives to be taken from a tournament in a development team.
Yep.
That if you want your kid to get better, you really should be looking at these opportunities. So Nesbitt has gone. No, it wasn't Nesbitt this time. Oh, no, I think it was Nesbitt, sorry. Nesbitt went down, had a feed coming to him, and Victoria A were having none of it. They've put a stop to it, unfortunately won a penalty in the process, but Victoria just want to get a stop here. We've got less than 30 seconds to go, and the Vic A girls are behind us. They are ready to go. Really liked some of the Vic A guys, and for me, Zemenchev, I don't think he's got an MVP. He really deserves an MVP. So I don't think he's been on as much this game, but still, for me, Zemenchev's been great. What about yourself?
Yeah, I tend to agree. Zemenchev has been quite good. I haven't minded. See, Templeton and Kendall look quite similar.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm struggling with, is which one's doing what. Look, as the whistle goes.
Oh, great one-handed save by Assad.
Just kind of sticks his stick out there. And I think Assad's had a great game. He hasn't had a lot of support, particularly in this last quarter from the defence, but I think Assad has been pretty good.
So final whistle goes here at Preston Point Reserve. Western Australia take out third spot against Victoria A, the score being 22-4. And like we've said, Shandell, these Vic A boys, they'll be a little bit disheartened with that result, but take nothing away from them. They've really tried hard, and they'll learn a lot, and they'll come back next year. A lot of them will play in the Vic senior team.
They absolutely will.
And they'll make that. This tournament would have made a huge difference to their careers.
Yeah, and you know what? It's something that you remember. Like, I was talking yesterday about a president's team or a development team I played in when I was 12, and I still look back on that so fondly. And you just can't underestimate, the experience of travelling to play lacrosse and what the friendships you build, the lessons you learn both on and off the field. You learn a lot about yourself, and I just think, good on you, boys. It's great to have you here, and I hope that you're all back again next year.
100%.
If you're not too old.
There's been some really cool players as well. There's been some really good players that have played in development teams.
Yep.
I hear about Olivia Parker.
Yes.
And she played in a lot of development teams.
Did she really?
And never really made many junior state teams.
Yep.
And to look at the player she's become now is unbelievable. And a lot of it would have come from playing in those seconds.
So let me tell you a story. One of the best players that have come out of Australian lacrosse, Sonia LaMonica.
Oh, yeah.
I played in a president's team with her.
Yeah, wow.
So I think she didn't play for the South Australian team because she was injured. So I think from memory, so she was playing in the development team, which was the president's team, which I played in with her, and went on to be an all-world player. She now coaches at the University of Virginia. Was coaching previously at Towson. Had a lot of influence on Aussie careers over in the States, and came through that development program. So do not ever underestimate what a development team can do for you, or the experience.
I believe she may have met her husband at a tournament. So these tournaments are fantastic.
Oh, look at just all the things lacrosse does.
I'm pretty sure she's married to Mike LaMonica.
Yes, that's correct.
And he was in Adelaide in '99 with the under-19 American team.
Oh, is that right? I thought they must have met in the college days.
Maybe. I'm not going to speculate.
Because '99, Sonia would have been here playing in the under-19 World Championship, which was played here at the Wacker.
There you go. So, lacrosse, eh? What a sport.
What opportunities it brings. You just can't, like I said, the friendships, the memories, the IQ, the ability to work in a team just gives you so much opportunity in life.
So we're about to get these MVP presentations done so we can wrap this game up. If you're just joining us, Western Australia 22, Victoria A4. So that leaves Western Australia in third position and Victoria A in fourth as the boys just line up on the centre line there. And we will hear shortly who is going to be wearing the final MVP medals for these teams.
This is where the coaches like to have a chat and wish everyone luck and say come back next year. And
And it's their last time to do that
yeah,
themselves.
all the nice things.
Just starting to get a bit windy here. You can hear in our mics. Coaches are starting their presentation now. Assad.
Hey!
Yeah, great work for that young man. He has had a fantastic tournament under a lot of pressure. But Deus Assad, hold your head high, mate. You've had a fantastic tournament.
I'm just going to brush that water off a duck's back.
And for WA, it looks to be...
It's not Frencham. I can see him in the line still.
Everall. Yes, I got one.
Hey, one apiece.
Great work. So we're going to wrap up here at Preston Point Reserve. Western Australia run-out winners 22-4 against Victoria A. My name's Pete Greenholz. I've been joined by Shendell Oliver. Thank you, Shendell.
Thank you, Pete.
Thanks to Blake in production, and on the camera we had Jackson. So thank you to everyone that's put this together. We'll be back real soon with the next match, Victoria A girls versus South Australia A girls. Stick around, there's plenty more lacrosse to come.